What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy kevOzilla back with another video, guys. My voice is coming back. I lost it for a second, so I do apologize if I sound kind of just bear with your boy. All right, top four. Yes, I'm doing top four. My top four favorite. I would say favorite or best. I don't know what I'm putting in the title, but pretty much my top four best weapons for Modern Warfare 2. These are the weapons I use most of the daggone time off camera. All right, and I just completely adore these four weapons. They're going to be 2 ARs and 2 SMGs. First is the M4, old faithful M4. Next is the STB, another AR. Next is the MP5 or the Lachmann Sub, whatever you want to call it. And last but not least, the Minibak. I just love the Minibak because it has so much ammo. Now, the reason why I have a suppressor on this Minibak, right, is because it was either an optic or a muzzle. Right, no ammunition, obviously, no magazine, obviously, because who's rocking this? So it's either an optic or a muzzle. And I went with the muzzle. Right, normally I won't go with a muzzle, any type of muzzle whatsoever. I don't care what it is. Because, I mean, for obvious reasons, we already know muzzles aren't really good in multiplayer. Even in Warzone 2, but you can still get by, depending your setup and all that. Because in Warzone 2, it's mid to long range gunfights, so it's understandable. But the iron sight is pretty good with this weapon. Right? I like it. If you don't like the iron sight, then I suggest you get rid of the muzzle and throw in an optic, okay? But let's go back and start from the beginning with the M4. I haven't covered this weapon in a minute, and this is my old, trusty, old faithful Helga joint right here, all right? So let's go. And I got to say, I know I covered these guns in the past, but I always say I'm always changing things. I'm always, switching out attachments, seeing what's better, seeing what's changed. And there's always, nerfs. There's always changes. There's always new information coming out, either from, True Game Data or, J God or somebody else, or Immortal coming out with some new, explanation about, oh, don't use this attachment, don't use. But again, I take everything they say with a grain of salt because we're rocking Strikepack and Zen, so we could use these devices to gain the upper hand and let these devices control the anti-recoil. So anti-recoil is a thing that's, non-existent to us. You know what I mean? But anywho, let's continue on the M4. All right, boom, no muzzle, no ammunition, no magazine. F.S Shark Fin 90 underbarrel, best underbarrel in the game, hands down, giving us aiming idle stability. I max tuned this for aim down sight speed and aim walking speed. I explained this before. I used to go aim idle stability, but I do a lot better just maxing out just straight aim walking speed. Barrel is the high tower 20 barrel, of course, giving us bullet velocity, damage range, recoil, control, and hip fire accuracy. Max tune for aim walking speed and damage range. All right, going with no laser. Max tuned this for aim down sight speed and left the bottom alone. Going with a stock, the Ravage 8 stock, giving us crouch movement speed, sprint speed, aim down sight speed. Max tuned this for aim down sight speed and aim walking speed. And last but not least, a rear grip, the X10 grip, giving us sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. Max tuned this for aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. Next up, the STB, all right, 5.56 underbarrel. Again, I think it's the Cronus Mini Pro. Aiming idle stability, max tuned it for the same thing as the M4. Aim down sight speed, aim walking speed. Most of these tunings for all these weapons and attachments, I'm going to keep it all normally the same, all right, depending in certain situations. The barrel, the Bruin right here, giving us sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil control. Don't really care about the recoil control. Max tuned this for aim walking speed and damage range. You see where I'm going with all this, like straight complete mobility, fast ADS and all that. VLK laser giving us aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. Stock is the Bruin MX9 stock, giving us crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed. Max tuned this for aim down sight speed and aim walking speed. Last but not least, rear grip, the Bruin grip, giving us sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. Max tuned this for max ADS speed and max sprint to fire speed. Third up, we got the MP5 or the Lachmann Sub. All right, no muzzle. Again, with the underbarrel, the F.S Shark Fin 90. Aiming idle stability. Max tuned it. You guessed it, for the same thing. Aim down sight speed, aim walking speed. The barrel is the first one, the F.T.A.C M Sub, giving us bullet velocity, damage range, recoil control, and hip fire accuracy. Max tuned this for aim walking speed and damage range. Rocking a laser on this bad boy, the VLK joint. Aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. No optic, stockless, or aka no stock. Like, a lot of people steer clear of this, but I'm throwing this on because, again, we could control the recoil with the Cronus Zen and Strikepack, making this gun crazy broken with speed. Aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, movement speed, hip, recoil control. And last but not least, a 40-round mag. And last but not least, my lucky number 4, the Minibak. I explained the muzzle, right? The muzzle is X10RR40, giving a sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. In the beginning, I already explained why I have a muzzle. Go back if you need to. Max tuned this for aim down sight speed and bullet velocity. Next, the only barrel, the Bach or back barrel, however you want to call this gun. Damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. Max tuned this for aim walking speed and damage range. Laser, F.S. Aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. Can't tune it. No optic. Stock is the Marquise R7 stock, giving us crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed. Of course, max tuned it for max ADS speed and max aim walking speed. Last but not least, True Tack rear grip, giving us sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. Max tuned this for max ADS speed and max sprint to fire speed. Alright guys, so first things first, starting off with the M4. I already adjusted, right, before recording, and I got you guys all values. This is going to be at 120 field of view on affected. Don't worry, I'm going to show you independent as well. Alright, the M4 first, check her out. -6 vertical, 0 horizontal, always from a 20 with ARs and LMGs. Check this out. Beautiful beam, doesn't move. Again, M4, -6 vertical, 0 horizontal. Now here's what it looks like at 120 field of view on independent, leaving the values at 0, 0, 0 vertical, 0 horizontal. Check this out. Don't need to adjust. Leave it at 0, 0 for independent. Next weapon is the STB. Next up, the STB 5.56 at a -5 vertical, 0 horizontal from a 20. This is 120 field of view on affected first. Check it out. Complete laser, doesn't even move. See that? Now, let's change it to 120 field of view on independent. Let's adjust the values from -5 vertical back to 0. So now it is 0, 0, 0 vertical, 0 horizontal. I'm going to do this along with you guys. If I need to adjust, I will. Most likely I won't have to, but let's just see, fingers crossed. From a 20 now, value 0, 0, 120 field of view on independent. Check it out. Same thing, beam as well. I'll move over and do it one last time with you guys. 0, 0, check it out. Yes, it is a complete laser. So another one you can leave as 0, 0. 0 vertical, 0 horizontal for 120 field of view on independent. Next up, we have the MP5 or the Lachmann Sub. Next up, from a 15, because this is an SMG, so I tend to move a little closer. Just a tad bit closer. This is the Lachmann Sub, aka MP5. Vertical of -1, horizontal of 3. Check it out. It is a complete laser. The bullets got mixed up with this, but let me see if I can go somewhere else. Okay, this area is a lot better. From a 15, we'll a little closer. All right, check it out here. See that? A complete laser. Lachmann Sub, aka MP5. All right, -1 vertical, 3 horizontal, 120 field of view affected. Now I'm going to change this to 120 field of view on independent. And I'm going to reset the values back to 0, 0. Hopefully we don't have to adjust. Hopefully it's going to be a beam at 0, 0. Now let's check. 0, 0. Nope. So I'm going to adjust and I'll be right back. So I adjusted off camera for you guys. Check it out. Lachmann Sub, 5 vertical, 1 horizontal. There you go. A complete laser beam. Check that out. Again, 120 field of view on independent. Vertical 5. Horizontal is a 1. Last but not least, we have the Minibak. Let's go. Now, the Minibak was kind of tricky to get dialed in, but I believe I found the best values for you guys, okay? So it's going to be the Minibak at a -2 vertical, 3 horizontal, okay? Check it out. Now, you see how it goes up and down, up and down. Took me a while, but it doesn't always look like that. There's times where it looks better. So I'm going to show you guys, for example. You see? You guys see that for yourself? I shot twice without changing anything. I didn't control anything. You see that? See? So regardless of what, all the bullets still hit one specific spot. I don't know what happened here. You're like, it went up and down, up and down. But this is what you're going to get normally. All right? I'll do it again before showing you guys the values for independent. I'll show you guys right here one last time before I show you guys the values for independent. Check it out. See? There you go. That's the best I could have did for you guys. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. Now, let's switch everything over to 120 field of view on independent. Let me show you guys what it's looking like. All right, check it out. There you go. See that? Boom. The Minibak at a vertical 4. Horizontal is a 2. It's going to be 120 field of view on independent. There you have it. As always, take care, everyone. Till next time.